Bust the packs, to stop and smell the roses. It smell like financial freedom. Call me the money Moses. Yo, I got a easy credit hack for y'all to boost your credit. So 30% of your FICO score is utilization, which means how much available credit do you have and how much of it are you using. They want to see you using less of it. It looks like if you use too much of your credit, it looks like you living beyond your means. You look risk to lender. So you want to keep your utilization below 10%. So for example, if you got $1,000 credit card, you don't want to spend no more than $100 on that card at any time ever. Now let's say you did run it up. Let's say you spent like $500 of that card. That's 50% utilization. Now one trick you can do is, obviously, well, it's not a trick. One thing you can do is you could pay it down. You could pay it down, you know what I mean, and get it below that 10%, you know what I mean? 10% is where, you get below that 10% mark for good credit. Or what you could do is you can increase your limit. So if you had the card longer than 6 months and you never missed a payment, call your bank or your lender, your credit union, whoever, and ask for a limit increase. 9 times out of 10, they're going to increase it because you know what I mean, you haven't missed no payments. A lot of times you don't even got to call. Nowadays, you can just go online and request an increase or go on the app. So let's say for that example, you spent $500 of your $1,000 credit card, which is, that looks bad. But the next day you call the, your lender and ask for a limit increase. Ask them to increase it to $5,000. Now, let's say they do increase it to $5,000. They may not increase it to $5,000. They may say, hey, we'll give you, $2,500 or something like that. They may double it. And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll double your limit, whatever it was. But let's say they increase it to $5,000. Now your utilization just dropped below 10%, or it's at the 10%. Now your utilization is at 10% again, and you didn't even pay anything off. And it didn't cost you no money to call, your bank and ask for an increase. So any credit cards you have that are in good standing, if you had them longer than 6 months, what I want you to do today, right now, is go to your lender and ask for a limit increase. And do this every year after that, annually. After that first limit increase, ask them every year after that for another increase. You always want to try to get as much credit as you can and use the least amount of it as possible. You know what I mean? If you want good credit and you want to have a perfect credit score, you need to get as much credit as you can. As many credit cards as you can with the highest limits you can. That's how you really get your score to perfection, and how you get that good credit is by having a lot of it. When you go to a new lender and they can see on your credit report that you have access to all this money and you're not using it, it makes you look good, it makes you look safe, and it's gonna get you approved. It makes you look good, it makes you look safe, it boosts your score versus somebody, like a kid who has no credit history, or who may only have a $500 card. When they try to go get a $10,000 loan, somebody will say, a lender is looking like you've never even had $10,000. Why would I give it to you? But if you've got $50,000 worth of credit and you're not using it, and you go and ask for $10,000, you're more likely to get it. So constantly, continuously make your payments on time, because that's the most important. Is payment history is the most important part of your credit. That's the biggest part of your FICO score. Is 35%. Next to payment history is utilization. So get them increases up. Get them limits up. So call your bank, call your credit union, your lender, whoever it is, and ask them for an increase. And do this for every card you got. Every card you got, call the bank, call the lender, ask for an increase. The worst they can say is no. A lot of times they may not approve the amount you ask for, but they'll give you, something. Like if you ask for a $3,000 increase, they may give you $2,000. Do this today. Don't wait and say, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try that. Do it today. Call them right now. It's only going to take you like 5 minutes. And they don't pull your credit for this increase. They're just going to go off their personal, their business history with you. They're not going to run another hard pull on your credit. They're not going to ask you for any income verification or anything like that. It literally takes, just a few minutes, and they'll either say yes or no. It's not, have you had a new job, blah, 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 have you made more money? They're not going to ask none of that. You've always been good with us. You made your payments on time. Here will increase your score, and then that's going to boost your FICO score. Do this for every card you got. I don't care, even if you did miss a payment, the worst they can say, I don't care if they, you know what I mean, even if you did miss a payment, the worst they could say is no. Y'all got to start having this nothing to lose mentality. Like, stop letting fear hold you back, or stop telling yourself no before somebody else does. Tell yourself yes. But that's all. That's a little tip for y'all that y'all could do right now. It's not going to cost you no money, and it ain't going to hurt your credit. It can only help it. Just don't go get a limit increase and start running it up. Don't do that. Just, you know what I mean? And you don't got to take my word for it. Anything I say, you don't got to take my word for it. Anything I say, you could Google it. Anything I say, you can Google it. You don't got to take my word for it. Go ahead and do your research and get back to me. And tell your family and friends. Share this video. Tell your family and friends. Tag somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I be giving y'all free game. You feel me? Share my shit. Help a nigga go viral or something. Like, tag somebody. Leave a comment. Let me know if you did it or if you've done it, or do it, and then let me know how it go.
So should I increase like the limit on the cars that I have the longest?
Yeah.
Okay, so they like
should increase all of them though.
Okay, so when I went in to increase it, I did both my cards. All right. So this one, the credit limit was 7,500. So I just asked for an increase, and you see my available credit is now 11,000. So they increased it to like 14,000. 14,500 they increased it to, right? So like it was only 7,500 to begin with. So then I said, well, shoot, while the getting is good, let me try the other card, see what happened. So this Visa Platinum has a $600 credit line on it. Now look at the available credit.
1,700.
Yes. Well, it's actually 1,800 because just like that. So is that going to boost my score?
Yeah.
A lot?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay. You did good.
Who the plug?
You the man. You the GOAT.